The reason I chose Red Sings from Treetops by Joyce Sidman was because to me it truly epitomized a beautiful piece of artwork that included literature. Sidman truly shows instead of tells throughout this book by describing a ladybug rather than saying there was a ladybug on my finger. Seeing as that is a pretty difficult concept to understand in writers through all ages, I decided that that would be a good thing to introduce to children at a young age, letting them figure out what she's talking about rather than, seeing and saying this is a ladybug. You describe it by saying that there are tiny little beetle footprints on my finger. The illustrations by Pamela Zagorensky were absolutely beautiful. I grew up in a home with a father as an artist, and so I was constantly surrounded by art and being told how techniques worked and how to color paint. And although I can't say I'm much of an artist, I do know how to appreciate it, and I think that the combination of beautiful literature and beautiful watercolors just, to me they show an exemplary combination of how art can go together and the creations that you can make of these. My lesson plan really focused on personal experiences. I wanted the kids to have fun with this, so by really truly explaining and trying to get a sense of what their favorite season was, by the smells that are in it and the colors and what they feel when they are in that season, and then writing it down on a piece of paper and attempting to show it to their classmates, and really trying to get that artwork out there so that they can in one manner make it more of a 3D sort of show don't tell. Through this poem they can articulate what they're feeling and explain their favorite season, whereas with the pictures that go alongside it, that can show in a more obvious way what that season is all about and why it is so important to them and why they love it. It's not an extremely hard concept to understand by putting these two together, but I just really wanted the children to understand why they feel the way they do in that season. And I felt like this book really just explains the great things about every season and brings out each color and really gets you to look at the small details of each season that we tend to overlook as we especially grow up and don't have time to look or stop and smell the roses and look at all the beautiful insects that are crawling around and the different greens that come out in the summer. So yeah, this is why I chose that book, and I do hope that maybe it would be a good lesson to be learned.